Our style of play is one in which I think in soccer terms people know ticky-tack. We like to possess the ball. We like to attack from all angles. Last year we had 57 goals and 20 different goal scorers. And just the idea that we had 20 different goal scorers tells you that we do attack from all angles. So whether it be a 4-5-1 or a 4-3-3, a lot of people will ask that question as to what formation you play. And it's just a shifting of a player 5 yards or 10 yards forward or backwards, depending on the situation and the moment in the game. So if you ask opposing coaches what they think we play, you'll see it really does vary based on the score of the game, the situation of the game. But the tenets that do hold true is we want to put our foot on the pedal and we want to go forward and we want to have fun doing so. Okay, well, the qualities we often look for in players are quite varied. We're fortunate in our sport that all shapes, all sizes, all different skills are required. I call our sport sort of like a puzzle, and just like a puzzle has so many different size and shape pieces, that's how we build our team. Now, some things that come down just to a foundational level are we want people who are devoted to improve. We want people who are technically and tactically sharp. But other than that, different moments of our game really cause the need to have a variety of players who can match whatever is thrown to us on the field. So for us, it comes down to be your own player, be confident, and one thing we really look for is someone who wants to be a difference maker. But as far as technical, tactical, physical, there's all different shapes and sizes that fit our team needs, and that's how we go about just looking to really make sure we can adapt to any situation we need to. The question of whether first-year players get time to play or the opportunity to start is one we very commonly face, and it's something that we run a meritocracy. And I tell people, I don't care if you're a senior, a junior, a sophomore, or a first year, whoever's playing best plays, and we owe it to the players to follow that meritocracy through in everything we do. It's my job to give the team the best opportunity to win. And the players on our team work extremely hard and are very competitively minded and truly do want to compete and succeed to the maximum of their abilities. So when we look at it, it really does come down to who in the given moment is going to give us the best chance to succeed and reach our team goals. And everybody is bought into that system, and I think it works well for all the different years of students we have on the team because they know when they get on the field, they're truly earning their time. When our team is setting goals or trying to find their motivation, it really is something that they find internally. It's not something as for team goals that I am placing upon them because I really do feel this team is about the players. I just happen to be the coach who's lucky enough to work with them. But if we can gather their input and really make sure that they are the driving voice when we set our team goals, I think we're going to own them more. They're going to be intrinsically motivated. And through their goal setting process, their voice and them knowing that they put their stamp in it, I think they're just going to be a little bit more earnest and devoted to those goals. And I think that's very important. And through everything we do as a team, it is team driven. And the players get voices, they make decisions. When we set the goals for the off-season training, the players rate each other. And we share a Google Doc in which they have listed all the off-season foci for every single player. So if our players see what their focus is, they can also see what everyone else's is. So when they're going out to train and they want to pull a buddy, they can always find a complementary topic. And we set it up in a way that we want them to understand that part of being a teammate is helping each other improve. So the shared goals and the shared understanding of what people are working on goes to that point. Is when you're on a field, if you see one of your teammates working on the focus that you saw on that Google Doc, then by all means applaud them. Or if you see him shying away from it, give him a little reminder, hey, come on, let's get back to this. And if all of our team is working together and helping each other in those ways and those times that us coaches can't be there per NCAA rules, I think we'll be a better team for it. And our team really does try to sort of keep everybody else on track. And by doing so, I think we become a closer team as well. Well, our off season is actually sort of has an ebb and flow to it. So when we're done Typically we're done in, say, late November, hopefully early December. And at the end of our season, which is a very compressed, very demanding season, both mentally and physically, we really want to give our students some time to focus on being a student and just sort of decompressing from the season. So we'll have team meetings and individual meetings once our season's over. And then I really want the guys to focus on final exams and focus on their classes and make sure that they do as well as they can do. When they go away in winter break, I again want them to feel the freedom of being with their families and doing what they wish to. And when they come back in January is when they really start getting focused, and they'll meet with our strength coaches and get on a plan that will take them right through our preseason in August. And then it's a time when captains are really leading the show, and they'll often play pickup 2 to 3 times a week. They'll be playing, wall ball. They'll be doing team yoga. They'll be doing a bunch of different things together. And that'll take us to our spring season, which is typically in March and early April. So we'll go 3 or 4 times a week during that time period, and then we're back into another period where us coaches aren't able to work with players. Now we have a 1-month spring term here, which is a 4-week course that you take every day of the week. And there's a lot of international opportunities with those courses. So that's a time that our players can go abroad and study abroad, and it has no conflict with our team. And we encourage them to do so because we think that's a great learning opportunity for them. Once we hit the summer, we'll help every player find a place to play wherever their internship is around the country. And the soccer world is really just 2 degrees of separation. So if we don't know a team and a coach, we're sure that someone we know does know a team and a coach that will be wherever you are, and we can find you a place to play so you can stay technically and tactically sharp throughout the summer before you come back in August. As to my coaching style and my demeanor, I am not a puppeteer, and I'm not someone who's yelling and screaming on the sideline a lot. I'm someone who talks very directly with our players, and I think if you ask any of the players, they'll tell you they know exactly what we hope for them and how to get there. And that's what we really try to focus on, is sharing the goals. And if I know that that player has a certain goal, it's our job to help them get there. It's not my job to scream at them and yell at them. Now, every player is coached differently, and I mean that sincerely, is we have to find the best way to motivate every player and get every player to focus on their tasks and their roles on the team. So some players, I might speak a little bit more sort of loudly to them because that's what they've shown they receive best when we're trying to give them information. And others, we'll just have a one-on-one quiet conversation. And some others, it's just hand gestures. We'll just be reminding them of certain things that we're focused on. But I think that really is our job as coaches. It's our job is to try to maximize what we can get from every single player. And every player is unique, and we have to find the way to connect with them to enable them to reach their goals. Well, here at Washington and Lee, academics does come first. And academic standards that people ask about, and they often ask it as a differential question between athletes and non-athletes. And quite honestly, it's not different. So the standards that admissions put out on their website and they share with everyone, we always tell people, have less than a handful of Bs. Take the toughest courses you can. The medians for SAT and ACT are, we say 1,400 plus for SAT and 33 plus for ACT. And if you look at the medians in the admission site, you'll see that's exactly what they are. So we really like the student-athlete model here at the university, and we really do believe that it's a very positive aspect for our players as well, because succeeding in life is about succeeding in all areas of life. And if you come here, you're a student first. There's no question about that. That said, we're a very competitively driven group who really have high goals on the field. So we look at it from that perspective, and we tell people, typically if your house is clean, you're playing better. And if you're playing well, you keep your house cleaner. So when we look at the way that academics really complement our team, we really do think it is a symbiotic sort of success that can really help everybody. When we think of our recent accomplishments, we really look back and we think of both our accomplishments on the field and in the classroom. And people often see that we've been to 5 consecutive NCAA tournaments and won 3 conference titles in that time, and I get a lot of applause for that. But honestly, I'll be the first person to bring up that we've had 4 Scholar All-Americans in the last 3 years. That 2 years ago we had more all-region Scholar athletes than any other college in the country of all divisions. And for us, that's equally important, is recognizing that we truly are walking the student-athlete walk and representing it in both ways. But I think the team in recent years has continued to just climb up each consecutive year, and that's what I've been most proud of. And that's our hope for the future as well. You know, we were in overtime loss from the national champion last year. So if one step goes different, if 1 inch goes different, that could have been a different end of the year for us. But it really taught our players and really showed them that they belong in that national title hunt and they're a serious contender for it. And I think these next few years, you're going to see that we keep stepping forward 1 step at a time and hopefully reach that goal in the end.